Welcome to the Temple of Kung Fu. I am your host, the Shaolin Kid, and tonight's first tale is Dance of the Drunken Mantis. Quite a spectacular tale, I would say. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about the movie normally. From 1979, an oldie but a goodie. Dance of the Drunken Mantis. A Jackiesploitation film. The main character was he was the Jackie ripoff guy. He was basically the Jackie Chan of the movie, even though he wasn't him. We watched it with Gold Ninja Video's Jackiesploitation box set, or set, whatever. Here's the back. It's actually a great box set. We've actually watched a few movies on this before, but I recommend you go to Gold Ninja Video. We're gonna put a link down in the description. Hope you guys check them out. Give them a bit of support. We have quite a few of their movies. Most of them are kung fu. That's the only ones we really buy from them. But yeah, they're really good. They're really good movies, and I recommend them if you like kung fu. Also, unfortunately, this is currently out of print right now, but hold your horses. Don't go on eBay and spend a shit ton of money for it, because they said that it will be back in print. So, don't waste your money. It'll be back with a standard edition. But also, yeah, let's get to the movie. We were actually going to watch Jackie's first starring role. I don't remember what that one was called, but we were going to watch it, and we watched the introduction, and the guy said that we shouldn't start with this one because it's not very good, and it's not like a comedy like most of Jackie's movies are. Because when Jackie, if you didn't know, when he started out, they were trying to make him the next Bruce Lee, right? But that didn't work because he wasn't material for the next Bruce Lee. He was the next Jackie Chan, you know. He was unique, and he just couldn't be the next Bruce. So nobody could replace Bruce. This movie was really enjoyable. The reason it was enjoyable is because it was just really fun. It was a really fun movie because, like, it was actually pretty funny, you know. I think the jokes landed most of the time, and I think the, like, slapstick was pretty effective too. And also the fights were really solid. I felt like the fights were pretty creative. And I liked how this movie used the drunken fist fighting style. Like that fighting style because you use your drunken movements to your advantage and like your weight, and I think that's a really like clever not clever, just a cool fighting style. I really like this movie, and if you like kung fu movies, you should watch it. You should. I really recommend it. It's a movie that not everyone has heard of, but maybe it's a movie that everyone should like check out, at least see if they like it, because I feel like it's a kind of movie that anyone could find, like, a reason to enjoy it, you know? People that don't enjoy it, I just feel like can't have fun, you know what I mean? The people that don't enjoy it they want a serious movie, 100%. You can't, like, have fun while watching a movie. You gotta think. But my counterpoint is, movies are entertainment. Like, I just really like this movie because I think it's a good example of good kung fu movies from the 70s. Even though it is the late 70s, but I think my favorite kind of kung fu movies are the older ones, because I do like the newer ones, but I think the thing I don't really like about the newer ones is that they focus too heavy on the story, alright? They focus too heavy on the story. And I get the old ones, they have a bit of a story, but like the story's always the same thing, and that's what I love about the old ones. It's like, it's always usually a revenge story, even if it's petty. Like, the story is always man with white beard and white hair he's supposed to be like 65, and he's played by a 21-year-old man. He's fighting another 21-year-old man, but he's got normal hair, not a wig. And he beats up that guy, and then he meets another wise man, and then he trains him for 50% of the movie. He fights a bad guy, he gets beat, he then gets up, he beats that guy like 5 minutes later. And then in the last 5 minutes of the movie, he fights the bad guy. The bad guy looks like he's going to win, and then he snaps the bad guy's neck. That's usually how all of them go, and I love it. And then a freeze frame ending. It's just like, ha! And then the freeze frame. The best kinds of endings, oh crap. The best kind of endings with these movies are the freeze frame endings. This one had a freeze frame ending, and it was great. My favorite part was probably the ending fight scene was probably my favorite part because, like, it went on for like 10 minutes, like just 10 minutes of them fighting and fighting, and then, like, the good guy looks like he's about to get beat, but then the good guy just rips out the bad guy's throat at the end of the movie. It's so great. It's not very gory, if you're asking. It's just kind of mild, which is unfortunate. Because there's actually a movie, I think it's called Thunderbolt Fist, which I want to review someday. I've already seen it, but I want to review it on the show because it is amazing. At the end of the movie, I don't want to spoil it, but the end of the movie is spectacular. Really fucking spectacular. I really like this movie because I love kung fu movies, and that's why I'm dedicating a whole series of videos, and not just like a special. Like, this is going to be an entire series right next to Ticket Tuesday and Quick Quips. This is going to be my third show because I just love kung fu movies so much. It's probably my favorite film genre of all time because there's just always something I can enjoy about a classic kung fu film. And I know this video is more about my appreciation for kung fu films and this film in general, but I just really like talking about kung fu films, man. I just love them. I'm a Rikyo shooter, for God's sake. Oh yeah, rating. Rating. So I would rate this movie. I'm not even going to do, like, a real movie, ironic, whatever. I'm going to rate this how I think it. I'm going to give it probably, like, a 7 out of 10. I give it a 7. It's good. Well, it's enjoyable. So, I would recommend this movie if you like having fun, like, watching, like, a stupid kung fu movie. Like, it is stupid, but I think the movie knows that it's stupid. I think, like, the thing I also like about the old martial arts movies is that they know they're stupid and they just embrace it. I don't like it when, like, the newer martial arts movies take themselves a teensy bit too serious, because that's not really, in my opinion, like, what I think a kung fu movie should be. I think it should just be really stupid, like a really hateable villain, and a hero that you can cheer for. That is what I think a kung fu movie should be at its core. Obviously, you can have other things outside of that, but I think its main idea should be that, like, canvas. And those are usually the kinds of kung fu movies I enjoy, but most kung fu movies I enjoy anyway. I hope I can continue this series. I hope you guys liked the first episode. I know I just kind of went on a little tangent in the middle, but if you couldn't tell, I like kung fu movies. So, I've been the Shaolin Kid, and thank you for stopping by the Temple of Kung Fu. Buddha be praised.
What about a freeze frame ending?
We want to keep that in. Freeze frame ending! Freeze frame ending!
There you go.
Edit this part out.